John had always been a pessimistic person. He had a hard time finding the good in situations and often focused on the negative. His negative outlook on life had resulted in missed opportunities and failed relationships. John knew that he needed to change his way of thinking if he wanted to transform his life. One day, John was scrolling through his social media feed when he came across a quote that read, "Your thoughts create your reality. Think positive and positive things will happen." The quote struck a chord with John, and he decided to delve deeper into the power of positive thinking. John spent hours researching the topic, reading books, and listening to podcasts. He learned that positive thinking isn't just about looking on the bright side. It's about training your brain to focus on positive thoughts and emotions. Positive thinking can change the way you perceive the world and, in turn, transform your life. John decided to put his newfound knowledge into practice. He started by keeping a gratitude journal, where he wrote down 3 things he was grateful for each day. At first, it was challenging for John to find things to be grateful for, but as he continued to practice, he began to notice the good in his life. He was grateful for his health, his job, and his supportive friends and family. As John continued to focus on the positive, he began to notice a shift in his life. He was more confident, more optimistic, and more open to new opportunities. He started to attract positive people and experiences into his life. He landed a new job that he loved, and he even started dating again. But John's journey was not without challenges. There were times when negative thoughts would creep into his mind, and he would find himself slipping back into his old patterns. However, he had learned the power of positive thinking, and he was committed to staying on track. One day, John received a call from his doctor. He had been experiencing some health issues, and the doctor wanted him to come in for some tests. John was terrified. He immediately began to think of all the worst-case scenarios. What if he had a serious illness? What if he couldn't work anymore? What if he died? But then, John remembered the power of positive thinking. He took a deep breath and reminded himself that everything would be okay. He focused on the positive, imagining himself healthy and happy. He visualized himself going for a run in the park, spending time with his friends, and enjoying his job. When John went in for his tests, he was surprised to learn that everything was fine. The health issues he had been experiencing were easily treatable, and he would make a full recovery. John was filled with relief and gratitude, and he knew that his positive thinking had played a role in his recovery. From that day forward, John continued to practice positive thinking. He knew that it was a lifelong journey, but he was committed to it. He shared his story with others, hoping to inspire them to embrace the power of positive thinking. John's life had been transformed by the power of positive thinking. He had gone from a pessimistic, closed-off person to an optimistic, open-minded one. He had learned that by changing his thoughts, he could change his reality. And he was excited to see where his positive thinking would take him next.